Hello, all. It's Thursday, November 29th, 2018. My name is Doris, and this is the Knit and Purl Podcast, episode 164. All the foes. You can find the show notes for this podcast on knitandpurl-doris.blogspot.com. In social media, I am One Fine Cow, all spelled out, on Ravelry and Twitter. I am One Fine Design, the number one, on Facebook and Etsy, and I am Doris M. Smith, all lowercase and smooshed together on Instagram. But you don't have to remember all of that because in the down bar below, there's a link to the show notes. In the show notes, there are clickable links to all the social medias so that you can click and follow me there, and I'll follow you back. Also, this podcast has a Ravelry group, which is the Knit and Purl Podcast the Knit and Purl Podcast, also linked in the show notes below. Usually do birthday shout outs, but this week, since it's the third episode of the month, we won't do birthday shout outs because I did them last week, and we'll wait till the early December babies on the next podcast. Thank you guys so much for coming by and spending a few of your precious minutes with me. It's going to be kind of a little short little episode because I wanted to make sure that you saw some of the foes before they went on to their owners. I hope that you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving if you're in the U.S. We did have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We had the kids over. I did the cooking. We had the normal sides: mashed potatoes, gravy, green bean casserole, cornbread stuffing, pumpkin pie. Ted purchased a honey baked ham, and we also had turkey parts instead of a big turkey. And he also bought an caramel apple walnut pie. And one of the daughter-in-law brought the sweet potato thing. So the turkey pieces were cooked in our new kitchen device, which is the Ninja Foodie, which is awesome. I'm not an affiliate. I just want to share this find. Ted found it, heard all about it, and bought it. It is an Instapot. It's like a pressure cooker, but it's also a sauteer. It's a fryer, like an air fryer. It's a dehydrator. It's a baker. You can do almost everything in it. So I did the turkey pieces. I pressure cooked the thighs and the legs. Then I air fried them. And then I also did smoked turkey wings. Next time I do them, I'm going to do them a little different. I'm going to pressure cook them and then air fry them. But anyway, it took an hour at the most to prepare the turkey in the Ninja Foodie. So go check it out. So this is all in the story of the week in Stash Enhancement. There's no new stash. We had a wonderful turkey dinner for Thanksgiving. In the last 2 weeks, I have been on a finishing mission, and I have 3 finished objects, 2 of which you haven't even seen yet. And also, before we get into the finished objects, tomorrow I'll be traveling to Kansas City to spend the weekend with my sister for our annual Girls' Day Out. So if you want to send happy thoughts and wishes for a safe travel and a wonderful weekend, thank you so much. So we're going to the foes. It's amazing. Let me turn off my phone. Sorry. Okay. So I'm so glad you guys can't see my desk and the room. It's a mess. So anyway, first finished object is a chunky cow. I got the recipe from Nathan Taylor, the Sockmatician, on Instagram. He posted a picture of himself in this cow that he had finished while he was traveling, and people asked about the pattern, and so he put up a little blurb, and I have linked that in the show notes. You can go look at it, but this is mine. I use US 10s, 24-inch circular needles, and the yarn is almost a full skein of Burnett Pop in the colorway Lipstick on Your Collar. Without further ado, I'm going to put it on and show you the massiveness of this thing. It was so much fun to knit, and it had been on my radar, and I'm just like, I'm gonna knit it. So I remembered I had a full skein of this, and so I got out my needles, I cast it on, and I finished it probably in 3 days. Ta-da! Also with this, it's so big and chunky. If you're really cold, I did use it. Actually, I did use this Monday because it was like 19 when I left for work. I'm like, I'm wearing this. So if it's really cold and you don't have a hat, I discovered you could put this over your head. There you go. One finished object. Versatile. Mine is a little taller than Nathan's in the picture, but fun knit, enjoyable, something to wear around your neck. Did I say all I needed to say about that? Yep. Okay, I used 24-inch circular. Did I say that? I don't know. The next finished object I talked to you about last week that I was going to replace the baby blanket I was working on with this project, and I completed it in less than 2 weeks. I started it shortly after the last podcast. It is the Baby Star blanket, which is a free pattern on Yarnspirations. A link in the show notes. It's a 5-point star. It's nice, it's soft, and it's a fast project. And once you block it out, this is acrylic yarn, so I steam blocked it. It turned out so nice. And it's going to be going, my sister is going to her daughter's baby shower on Sunday when I'm coming home, so I wanted to get this finished so that it would go to my niece for the baby this weekend. So I used, this is Everyday Basic in the color teal. And this is, I love this yarn. Hobby Lobby's I love this yarn in the happy colorway. I'm going to try to get it up close so you can see the pops of color in it. So, here we go. That is the baby blanket. And the final finished object. This is going to be a really short episode, I believe. Now, when I was finished knitting this project, I was not happy. I didn't like the fit. I didn't like it. I thought, great, this is not going to work out. And then I said to myself, just knit it, Doris, and then soak it and block it like you're supposed to. It's going to be fine. You know you want this, but, I wasn't happy. But I finished it. I wove in the ends last night. I soaked it for 15 minutes. I took it out, and I used like 3 or 4 big beach towels to get out as much water as I possibly could. I took it and I stretched it out. I am so happy. So please let this be a lesson. Don't think that once you finish knitting that this is what you're going to get. Block it. Block, block, block. If it's acrylic yarn, steam block it. Finishing could not be something that you don't do, because I now have this beautiful thing. I'm so happy. I was not happy when I finished it. And I did not aggressively block it. I, like I said, soaked it and then squeezed it out, and then I laid it out, and I smoothed out the color working that was a little bumpy, just rubbed it out, stretched the sides a little bit, stretched the bottom, and I could not be happier with the results. This is the Knittle Chick Swan Show, which is a paid-for pattern unravelry by Caitlin Hunter of Boylan Knit Works. The yarn I used was Knit Picks Wool of the Andes in Blossom Heather, which is the pink. Fairy Tale, which is this beautiful maroon hot pink color. Everglade Heather, which is the green, and Winter Nights, which is the blue. The needles I used were the US 4s and the US 6s. I finished with Knit Picks a 47-inch circular because there were like 500 stitches on the needles at one point. The collar and the arms were knit on US 4s. I did magic loop. I made a mistake in reading the pattern, so I have the main color for the neck short rows, which was supposed to be this maroon color, but I am fine with that. I'm fine. There's also, let me see if I can find it. If you can see that blip of green, and here, this one doesn't have the top. My own little personal touch. I realized I had gotten off track, and I'm like, you know what? There's 500 stitches on the needle. I am not going to tink back. I'm going to make adjustments and keep going, and that's what I did. I have a unique Knittle Chick Swan Show with some green accents and flat accents. Oh well. Let me see if yeah, that's all I need to say. So with smiley face, I'm going to put this on so you can see the fit. Oh, wait a minute. Here's where I was when you saw it the last time. I completed that, and I did the arms. Okay, I'm going to put it on. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Okay. Adjustments, and here it is. My little chick swan show. The fit is absolutely perfect. I knit it according to pattern. I didn't add any length to the bottom or to the sleeves. And I'm so happy. I let it dry overnight, and when I got home from work today, I went down. It's only very slightly damp, but oh my goodness. I'm so happy with this. Couldn't be any more happier. When I saw this pattern the first time it came to my attention, I so loved it, and I looked at it and I looked at it, and I thought, never in a million years will I be able to make that. I've never done color work before. It's not perfect as I showed you, but I am so proud of this. So happy. So I encourage you, if you see something that you want but you don't think you can do it, just do it. I'm a left-handed knitter, so I followed all the charts from left to right. I followed it opposite than anybody else. And it still looks just as good as anybody else's. It's comfortable, it's roomy, it's flowy. I love it. Okay, that's enough of that, Doris. Moving on, I have one work in progress besides the ones that are on the back burner. I probably am going to bring my Survivor shawl this weekend because I don't think I'm going to bring color work. So the one work in progress is the Tecumseh, which is a paid-for pattern on Ravelry by Caitlin Hunter. The yarn is Hobium Yarns in gray, yellow, the Kartapu Cozy Wool Sport in gray, yellow, and smoky gray. Needles are the Addi Turbos, the 4 and the 6, US 4 and 6. 40 and circular. And I just started it last night after I blocked this baby. So not much to write home about. I got done with the short row neck shaping for the back, and I've got, I think, 5 more rows before the first color repeat, the first color chart. So like I said, not much to write home about. I do, however, this yarn, I do love it. It feels so good. So good and soft to knit with. Nice in the hands. So, one thing I wanted to share, by the magic of editing, I'm sharing it now. When I start a project like a hat or a sock or as this sweater, since I'm left-handed and I knit opposite than most people, sometimes when I join to work in the round after casting on, I get the crazy purl bumps on the outside. I don't know if anyone else ever experiences that, but I decided, and this may be a thing that you all know that I didn't, I started just knitting the first row flat, then joining and working in the round, and it eliminates that purl bump. I have a nice even, and albeit it makes a jog at the beginning, but by the magic of weaving in ends, you can take care of that. Anyway, just wanted to share that. Hopefully that helps somebody out there. Otherwise, this whole editing was in vain. Anyway, thank you again for coming by. Thank you. If you're new, I hope that you found something of inspiration and entertainment, and that you will click that subscribe button down below, that you'll hit the thumbs up, and that you'll leave a comment. Talk to me. Tell me about it. And for you who keep coming back, I thank you so much for your continued support in this endeavor. And I'll see you in 2 weeks for the next episode of the Knit and Purl podcast. Bye, you guys.